It's Philip, and welcome to a new video. In this video, I'll share with you on how you can create a very simple photography website. So you'll have something of this sort at the end, whereby you can have your social icons here, whereby you can link with your social media accounts, and then you can have your blogs. You see now, okay. You have a gallery here, and then you'll also have an image about a bench, and then you'll also have a contact form whereby you can fill out your details, and then see now you can enter your email here at this point. Okay, then you type your message, and then you click on send. Okay, so you'll have this, and for this bench is fully responsive. Okay, so if you click on inspect, so on small screen you see now how it appears. So on small screen you see how it appears. Okay, so if you click on here menu, it opens. Okay, if you click again, it closes. If you click, it opens. If you click again, it closes. So that's how it will be appearing. And with that, you'll have to create this a very simple one, and let's get started. To start, you just need to go to your Visual Studio Code or any test editor that you're using on your site. Then at this point, we'll start with the dev class. You'll create your first dev class, which is now the enter. Okay, in between here, you'll create another one, which is navbar. Okay. Great. Now at this point, you'll need now to okay, this is my logo, and then great. So you just need to come here to your browser and click on refresh. See now, that's your log. Okay. Now after that, you just need now to create the next part is to create a nav links. Okay, this is just a class name whereby you'll insert now your URL or your links. Okay, at this point you'll need now to create a URL. Okay, then you'll have now, this is now your first link. You can create your first link at this point. Okay, you can say home, and then just need to copy all this. Okay, the next one, or here you can have now your blog. You can have the next one for gallery. You can have the next one for about. Then you'll also have now there the last part is a contact. Okay, now so you can come back here and click on here. See now you have been inserted here at this point. Okay, now we need now to style this, so you just need to go to your CSS part, and you see now this is now your CSS. So we'll start with the header. Okay, so this header is the class name here, the first class name. So at this point you'll need now to write, this is what, width. You can set the width to 100%. You can set the height to 100 feet. Okay, then you'll also have to set the position. the position to be relative. Then also have to set the background whereby the background will have an URL. Then we'll also need to set a background image. So background. Okay. Great. After that, you'll have to set the background size. Okay, sorry, this is background size will be cover. The background's position. Let's need to set the background position. Should be at the center, and also have background repeat. We'll have no repeat. Great. So after that, you just need to come here and you click on refresh. See now the background image is set. Okay, the next is to set to style the logo and also the nav links here. So let's continue and copy the next class name is to navbar. Great. So we just need to come here and I can okay, you'll have at the top 0, height will be set to 90 pixels. Okay, display will be flex. So you'll also need to set the width. The width is set to 100%. Okay, the background color is black. Okay, this is black. You'll also have justify content, space between. You'll have the position, so it will be fixed. On scroll, it will just remain there, so it will be fixed. Then you can set the Z index, so it will be just above all other properties of the element, and then we set a higher Z index to 10. Okay, the next one is to set the navbar image. So you have a image at this point which is a logo and all that. So you need to set the height. You can set the height to 80 pixels. You can set the width. You can set the width to 150 pixels, and then if you click on refresh here, you see now the image is set to this, and the background color is set, and all the other one is set on the other side here. Okay, now the next one is to style the nav links. So you need to copy the class name here, which is nav links. Okay, I just have this class name navbar, and then you'll have to okay. At this point, I'll have to set the margin top. You just need to set the margin top to 20 pixels, and then just need to copy this. And then you'll have now your health. Okay, so at this point, just need to set the display. The display will be in form of inline block. So it will be in form of a inline block. If you click on refresh, you see now it appears in a inline block. Okay. Now the next one is to have the padding. We'll set the padding to 5 pixels, 28 pixels. Then the list style now will be none. Okay. Now let's click on refresh. You see now the padding and all that is set, and then okay. Now the next part is to style now the links, the here. Okay, the love this, and then we love this is color. We'll set the color now. We'll style the color to white, so we can set the color to white. So this is FFF, and then we'll have the font size. The font size now will be set to 18 pixel, and then you'll need to test decoration. So to remove the underlining and all that, so this one will be none. Okay, we'll have the padding. The padding will be set to 5 pixel. Okay, and then we'll also have border radius. Border radius is set to 80 pixel. Great. So if you click on refresh, you see now that's how it appears. Okay, so you'll have now to change the offering when you place a mouse over it here. So okay, you can just copy this. And then at this point, this is over. So when you place a mouse over it, how should it appear? So you'll have, this is the background color. The background color is set to green yellow. Okay, you can now use a green yellow. Okay, and then the color will change to black. Color will change to black. Okay, so this is how you see now when you place a mouse over it, it changes the background and all that. Now the next one is to style now there. Okay, you just have, or you look at this. So this how it appears. It looks nice, eh? Okay, the next part is to continue the and some text, to hand some text in between and the image. So like the other here, you see now the image is set here and all that. So you need now to add some information there. So to add that, you just need to come here back and to your, just below here, you need now to add some information. Okay, it's just below there. Okay, let's add some def class, which is text box. Okay, at this point you'll need now to add another def class, which is image box. You can add the image box at that point. Now the image box will have a certain image. You can insert an image. You can insert a certain image, which is okay. Certain image. Then we'll have now the heading, which is heading 1. The heading 1 will have now, this is so we have added some information there. After that, just need to add some heading 2 here. Just heading 2. We'll have a heading 2 there. Then we'll say for legitimate photography. Okay. Now with that, you just need to add a certain, just below the outside the image box. Now you need now to add some paragraph. So this is your paragraph, and then you can add a line break at this point. Okay, after that, just below that, you need now to add outside now the paragraph tag. You'll need now to add class link, another class link. We can call it social links. Okay, now you can call it social links, and then you can add heading 3. At this point I'll say let's connect now. Okay, so after that you'll need now, this is a link, first link here you can add, and then need now to add some icons there for the social media accounts. So to do that, okay, let's first copy this and then you paste it into it 4. Okay, now to do that you'll just need to go to your browser, then you need now to go to and search for the sound for stack path. Okay, just need to come here and then copy this, click on there, the text is copied. So you just need to come to your HTML part at the top part here, just need to add a link, then you need to paste there. Okay, now after that you just need to come back here and then search for some icons, then go to here to their website here, then just here you need to search for Facebook. You can search for Facebook, then you copy this link, you copy this link, this point you copy it. Okay, just come back here, at this point you paste it. Okay, just copy this into several to the other links here. Okay, with that you can just change this one to either WhatsApp, you can change the other one to Instagram, you can change the other one to Telegram. Okay, with that just need to come back to your site and see, click on refresh and see how it is set up. You have all that, and then your icons here are set up out of the image. So it's up to you now, and we continue to the next part to style it. So this is this problem should be Telegram at this point. Okay, now let's go back here on the copy this class name, test box. Okay, we can set the width to 100%. You can set the position should be absolute. You can set the top part to be 50%. Transform, can translate to -50%. Okay, and then we'll also have test align. So we have a semicolon at that point. And then we'll also have padding top. You can set it to 100 pixel. Okay, with that, just need to click on refresh here. See, now the information is set at the center. Okay, the next part is to style now the image. Okay, the image looks so big, so let's come here, copy the class name, and then at this point say that the image will be set to the width of 220 pixel. The height will be the same, the height will be 220 pixel. You'll also set the border, you can also set the border to 4 pixel, 4 pixel solid, then it will be white. Okay, we'll also have the border radius. The border radius is set to 50%. We also have to set the margin, the margin bottom. The margin bottom will be set to 10 pixel. Great. So if we click on refresh, see now the image is set here. Okay, now it is well set. So the next one is to style the heading 1 in the image box. So the heading 1, this is the image. Okay, so you love this, and then the heading 1, let's set to color. You can set the color, which is okay. Then we'll have the font size, 42 pixel, 48 set to bold. We also have the margin bottom set to 10 pixel. Okay, we also have to set this. Okay, let's copy this, and then the next one is for heading 2. Okay, for the heading 2, we'll have a color which is white. We'll also have the font weight. Let's remove the font size to reduce the font size, will just be normal. Then we also have to remove this, and then you can set the letter spacing. You can set the letter spacing to 4 pixel. Great. Now see now. Okay, let's continue. Then the next part is to style the paragraph. Okay, the paragraph page, the paragraph here. Body of this, just okay. Let's copy this class name, which is test box. Let's copy the class name test box here, and then left. This is the color. Left a color which is white. We'll also have the font size. We'll set the font size to 18 pixel. We'll also have to set the text align, so the alignment will be at the center. Okay, we'll also have the margin, so it will be set pixel to the top and bottom, and the 80 pixel to the right and the left. Okay, we'll also have to set, now this is how it appears. Okay, this is how it appears. So the paragraph has changed the color and all that. Okay, the next one, so you have your paragraph here. So the next one is to style the heading 3 in here, which is for the social links here. So you can copy the class name there, then okay, heading 3, and then you can say the font size to be set to 26 pixel. You can set the font size to 26 pixel. The color will be set to this color here. Okay, and then you'll also have now the letter spacing, which will be set to 2 pixel. You can set it to 2 pixel. Font weight to be bold. Also the margin bottom, you can set it to 10 pixel. Great. So okay, now the next part and the last part in this page is to style the social icons. Now the social icons, okay, you just need to copy this class name. Let's copy the class name, and then left. Now this is what links. Okay, now the font size, we'll have a font size which is 22 pixel. You can also set the border, so you'll have a border. The border is set to 1 pixel solid. Sorry, this is solid white. We'll also have the color. The color will be set to white. Okay, and also the padding, you can set the padding. The padding will be set to 5 pixel. And also the margin will be set to 15 pixel. Great. And also have the cursor, so the cursor will be pointer. Okay, we'll set the border radius to 10 pixel. So the transition, when you place a mouse over it, so it will translate uniformly, which is transition will be set to 0.5 seconds. Okay, now you can style now when you place a mouse over them, so this is over. Okay, at this point the border will change. The border will be set to 1 pixel solid black. Okay, so it will have a border which is black, and then the color also will change. The color will change to black. Great. So let's click here and refresh. You see, now this is how it appears. When you place a mouse, it changes. To place a mouse, it changes. Okay, now that's nice, but you see now the information in here, it doesn't look good. You can change the folder. So you just need to go to your browser and search for the Google fonts. You can search for the Google fonts. Then okay, just click here. Okay, you click on fonts, then you'll see several fonts here. So you can just choose any. Okay, that's what I don't see. Okay, you can just choose any of these. So let's choose the first one here. Just choose this. Okay, with this you can just select this. You can select this. You can select the regular font rate, and then you can also have medium. Okay, you can select bold. This point, I can also select this. With that, you just need to come here to this link. Just need to copy this. You can just copy this link, and then you come to your HTML part. Then at this point where you have your this top part, just need to paste it there. Okay, now go back here and then copy this. Just need to copy this. Just copy this. Just copy that. Okay, that you just need to go to your to this top part here. Just need to paste it there. So if you go back to your site and then click on refresh, so you see now the information here looks nice. It looks nice. So okay, that's how it appears. But let's try now minimizing it or looking at it in a very small screen. You see now it doesn't look nice. It doesn't look nice. So you just want to make it responsive. You just want to make it responsive, and to do this you just need to go back to your HTML part, and then you'll add now your media queries. You need now to add a media query. And then this is now the max width. You can set the max width to be 767 pixel. This is 767 pixel. So then you'll also need to style it. So at this point you just make it look nice. So we can start with the nav bar. You see the nav bar is the top part here. This top part here. Okay, now at this point you can set the nav bar, or you can style it, and let's reduce its height. You can reduce its height to 80 pixel. Okay, the next part is to style the links. Okay, so you have your nav bar this point, then you also have your links at this point there. Okay, this is your okay. I just come here and then style them. And have them and display which is a block. Okay, can have a display which is a block. Okay, it will be displayed in from a block. Now the next part is to style. You can just style them now there the image. Okay, you can just copy this class name here, and then you style it the image. The image, you can set the height. You can reduce its height to 60 pixel. Now the image is the logo, and then the width will be okay. This is width. The width will be set to 120 pixel. Great. Now the next part is to style now them. Okay, we have a class name here for the image box. We have the class name here for the image box. The heading, can reduce the heading this point. Great. Can reduce the heading to okay. You can set the font size. The font size to be 26 pixel. 26 pixel. Okay. Now the next part is to style the image box image. Okay, we have a class name here, so let's copy this class name. Can reduce the image box image, so you have a certain image there. Okay, you can reduce this width, reduce the width to 160 pixel, and then the height will be reduced also to 160 pixel. Great. Now we have to style now the heading 2. The heading 2 is whereby you set the font size. Okay, you can reduce the letter spacing to 2 pixels. So reduce the font size to be 20 pixels. Okay, we have a class name text box paragraph. So we have a certain paragraph there. This paragraph now, the paragraph which is start here. Okay, we are now styling it, and this is a text box. So okay, so it is a text box. Then we can style it and reduce the font size. Reduce the font size to 15 pixels, and then the margin will be out of. Great. So let's see. Let's refresh and see. So you see now how it is appearing. So the image is reduced and all that. Okay, the next part is to style now the social links. So we have our social links here. Okay, we have before we do that, we have a class name here for that, which is heading 3. Okay, we have to reduce the font size to 20 pixels. Reduce the font size to 20 pixels. You can also have, now this is now social links. Now we want to reduce the links now to be font size. You can reduce the font size to 18 pixels. Okay, the margin to be 8 pixels, and then also the padding, I'll reduce the padding to 3 pixels. Right, so if you click here, you click on fresh, you see now it looks nice on a small screen, but there's problem with the menu here. So you just need to add an icon here, the menu bar. When you click it, it opens. When you click on it, now it closes. Okay, now before we do that, we just need to set now the how to style the nav links, so the background and all that. So just need to copy this class name here, then nav links. So at this point, so you can style it nav links. So the nav links will have a position. Set the position to absolute. You'll also set the display. The display will be a block. Okay, sorry, this is a block. This is a display block. And also we'll also have the background color. The background color is set to be black. Okay, at this point you can also set the height. The height to be 100 feet. Okay, and then we'll also set the width. You can set the width to 200 pixels, and then the top part will be 0, and then the right 0. We'll also test a line. The test line will be set to the left. Transition. We can add the transition. So the transition is when you click on the open button, it opens smoothly. Okay, now the margin is set. Margin top is set to 0. Okay, if you click on refresh here, you know, so it is set at this way. You have your, okay, this is how it appears. This is how it appears. Great. Now we just need, now when you click on open, or you click on a certain menu or icon which is a menu, it opens, and when you click on the close button, it closes. Okay, to do this, you need to go back to your to your browser and search for some icons. Great. Search for icons, then at this point you search for a menu. Let's search for a menu. Okay, you can click on this bars. Then at this point you just need to copy this class name. Just need to copy this. Okay. Then you just need to add it just before, or just before the URL here, but you need to add it with a class, or need to add it. You paste it here. You can just delete this. It's not important at all. So just need to click or to add some functionality here. On click, then you say that show menu. Okay, this is kind of ID menu. This point there. Okay, this is just a simple function, and then just need to copy this class name. Just need to copy this class name here, and then just below here we'll paste it there. Then we'll say that this one will change it to show menu, just above the and then below, just above and then below the URL there. Okay, amazing. So that's how. Then just to go back to your, okay, sorry, this is show menu. This one will be now the times and all that. So okay, so if we click on refresh, okay, now we just need to style now there. Okay, now with that, let's style the far. So it is in color white. So okay, so in color black. So that's why it's not appearing. So let's come back here and then copy the class name. Copy the class name. And then just below here, you'll have now to add your, and then this is a class name. So it will be set to display. So the display is what? The display is a block. The display is a block. Then you'll have the color. The color is white. The color is white. So the color will be changed to white. So let's click on refresh. Okay, you see now it's appearing here. It's appearing just below here. So it's just appearing here. Okay, you'll also have to set the margin. You also have to set the margin to 5 pixels. You can also set the font size. The font size will be set to 28 pixels. You also have the cursor. The cursor will be set to be pointer. Okay, the other one. Okay, so with that, just need to click on refresh here. Okay, you see the font size has increased and all that. Okay, the next part is to style now the URL. So you just need to copy the class name and the paste for URL. The URL will have now the padding. Inside the padding to 5 pixel and then 15 pixel. Okay, you also have to set the position. You also have to set the position to be relative. You also have to set the display flex and then flex direction. Flex direction will be column. Okay, we'll also have the test align. Test align will be at the center. Great. Now, okay. Okay, sorry, this one should be, okay, this one is id menu, so it's one which should have class name times and also the other one is bus. Great. Now, with that, we just need to add some, we just want to add some JavaScript. When you click on the open button, it opens and also it closes when you click on the close button. Okay, now you see that we have the two buttons there. Okay, you just need to go to your HTML part. Just below here, you can add some JavaScript. You can add some script code. Okay, this is just a JavaScript, a very simple JavaScript. So at this point, you'll have now the furry, and then before you do that, so you can add some class link here. Just you have your ID, and then you can call it nav links. Okay, or just, okay, let's remove the hyphens and all that. So let's copy the ID class there, the furry, and then sorry, now we have furry links, and then equals to, you can have now this is document dot write. This is document dot write, or okay, dot get ID by element, get element by ID. Get element by ID, and then you'll also have to set this. You paste the ID there, and then that will add a function here. Will add a function to open to show menu. Okay, we have now this function here, show menu. So show menu. Now we want to set it to our width, or to set, can have the style the width. Now the width will be set to 100%. You can set it to 100%, and then you can just copy this. Just copy the class name here, and then set ID menu. This is now the class name. So we have another function there, which is ID menu, and then it will be set to 0%. It will be set to 0%. Okay, let's click on refresh. So you see, now we want now to go back to our, and then reduce this size to, it should be 0. It should be set to 0. Okay, so it is set to 0. Okay, let's click refresh and all that. Okay, now you can hide them on a small screen. So whereby you'll have now to copy this, and then on wide screen, now you can just come just outside the media queries. At this point you can set, or you can hide them. So you'll have a display which is none. Okay, so if you click here, you click on close, so you see now it's open smoothly. Now let's continue, and we'll see the next part. The next part is to add another page. Now let's click on refresh here. Okay, now we are done with the first part of our page. So the next part is to add another information here. So see at this point, so we have this. Okay, this is a block there. We want to add this section. Okay, now let's now go back to our HTML part. The HTML part, and then we'll have now to add just below here, we'll have to add another div class or a section. We can add a section at this point. Let's add a section, and then the section, okay, sorry, this is a section. This is a section. Great. We need now to add a certain information. Okay, you can have add in one, and then you can say my blogs. Okay, this is my blog there. Okay, then with that you can just add a class which is container. You can add a class which is container. Now with that you can add another class which is a card, and also have another which is an image box. Okay, you can name it that way. Okay, we can just call it that way. Then the image box here will have an image. You can add an image here. So we have several images that you can have a certain image here. Whereby the first one we can call it street.jpg. Okay, these images are just here. So we have several images here. Okay, you see, so we pick this. Okay, now you've added the image at this point. So the next one is to add some the heading too. Can have heading too. then can use another paragraph tag. Can use a paragraph tag at that point, and then just below the paragraph you can use a link, or you can set a link, and then the link will be see more. Okay, just with that you can just copy the from there to here. You can just copy this and duplicate it. Okay, you can paste it into 3 times, then you can change this one to graduation. So this is our image by the name graduation. So the other one here you can change it to wedding, and then you can add some, you'll have to add the heading at this point and also the paragraph for each. Okay, you've added some information, the heading, the paragraph, and all that. So for each, so you just go back to your site and then click on refresh. See now the information there. See now the images have been added and all that. Okay, now we just need now to start styling. We need to start styling now. Okay, before that you can hide an ID here. You can add a certain ID. The ID here will be blocks. You can call it blocks. Let's call it blocks. So just need to copy this ID and then to your CSS here. Okay, just below here you'll need now to add this and then copy, and then you need now the color. You need to copy to start styling, and then the color will be purple. You also have to set the font weight or font size, not so font size. It will be set to 42 pixels. Then test align will be at the center. Correct. Now okay, this is how it is set. Okay, this is blogs heading 1, the heading 1. Okay, it should not be half. Okay, just heading 1, so you see how it is set. Great. Now we just need to continue and style the container. The container is this class name, the first class name here. Just need to copy this, and then to your CSS here you can style the width. The width will be set to 100%. You can also have the display. The display will be flex, and then you can also set the flex wrap. You can set the flex wrap to wrap, and then you can also set the margin to 20 pixel auto. Okay, then you can set the justified content. You can set it to at the center. Then you can also align items. You can align items at the center. You can align items at the center. Okay, now with that, just need to continue, and then you need to copy the class name, the next class name here, which is card. For each card, now we just need to style the card, then container, and then you say the card. Okay, for the card, we'll have the width will be set to a width which is 350 pixel. Okay, we'll also have to set the height. The height will be set to 530 pixel. Okay, and then we'll also have to set the border. The border will be set to 1 pixel. solid. Then this is this color. We'll also have to offset the display. The display will be flex. Then the flex direction is set to color. Okay, we'll also have to set the margin to be at 10 pixels. And then the tester line now is set at the center. The content will be set at the center. Okay, if we click on refresh here, you see now the cards have been set, all that. So okay, to enable them to see them well, let's style now the next part, which is the image box. So you have a image box here. So you can have the container. The next one is card. Then you'll have a class name, which is image box. Then the image. You can style the image and set the width. You can set the width to 100%. You can set the width to 100%. You'll also set the height. You'll also set the height to 350 pixels. Great. Now with that, you can also set the copy this class name. You can set the copy the class name here. Then you can style the heading to. The heading 2 now is this now this heading 2 for this. Okay, see you've heading 2 here, we have heading 2 here and all that. So what you're styling, and then for heading 2 we'll have now this is a font size. You can set the font size to 26 pixels. You can also set the color. You can set the color to this color. Okay, you can also set the position. The position will be relative. You can also have the margin button. You can set the margin button. The margin button will be set to 5 pixels. You also have the background color. Will be set to great. Now let's click on refresh and see how it appears. Now the image has been reduced. The image has been reduced to okay. This is how it appears. Okay, we have the now this is heading 2 for each. Okay, graduation and all that. So you just want now to style now the paragraph. We need now to style the paragraph. Need to style the paragraph, but you just need to copy this, the class name here. Okay, and then the paragraph tank. You just need to set the font size. The font size now is set to 14 pixels, or just let's put it to 15 pixels. Okay, we can have now the padding. The padding is set to 6 pixels to the top and also 8 pixels right and left. We'll also have to set the margin button. Margin button is set to 8 pixels. Great. Now the next part is to style now the card and the link. Okay, we have a link there. The font size will be set to 16 pixels. We'll also have the text decoration. Text decoration will be set to none. Okay, We'll also have to set the border. 1 pixel solid, 1 pixel solid. Then we'll also have the border radius. You can set the border radius to 30 pixels. Okay, test align. Test align. Get the center. Okay, let's click on refresh here. You can refresh. Okay, can I have color? The color will be set to purple. The color of the test, the color test. Then we'll also have the padding, which is set to 5 pixels. Okay, you can also have the transition. Now when you place a mouse, it translates smoothly, and then this one will be set to. Okay, this is how it appears. Okay. Now we can introduce the size and all that. To do that, let's add this one. Let's add this one to a different class name. Okay, we can add this. Okay, the button here to be covered in different class name. You can call the class name btn. You can call the class name btn. So this information, the information here, same will be just in between a class name. Okay, you can just copy for each. So you just need to copy all this and then paste to here. So just click this, paste this. Also need to copy this, then paste. Great. Okay, to do that, okay, let's change this. Let's change this to be btn. Okay, let's add it to a different. Okay, and then with that, you see now the now is reduced. Okay, let's reduce this font size to something like 14. Let's reduce the font size for the paragraph to 14. Like that. Okay, you see now it looks nice. It looks nice. Now you just need now to add, when you place a mouse over it, you can just copy this class name, and then just below here, you can just add a offer. When you place a mouse over it, now how should it appear? The background color should change. The background color changes to this color. Then the color now, the color of the text now changes from purple to black. Okay, it changes from purple to black. Okay, with that, just need to click here and then refresh. So when you place a mouse, so you see this changing smoothly. Okay, now the next part is to add the next section. We go to the next section. Now the next section is to add some the next section is the gallery section. So this is section. Okay, this is section. So this is the gallery. So okay, at this point, Okay, can have a class name. Huh? So this one will have a class name, which is Garali. And then we'll also have heading one, which is gallery. Sorry, this is gallery. Okay, now the next one is to add a class name row. Okay, the next one you had another class name, which is column. Another class name, which is column. Then the first one, you can add a certain image. So you'll have now image one. Okay, with that, just copy this. To several. Just copy this to several. Great. Now you can change the second one to image 7. You can change one to image 2, image 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 8. Great. Now with that, we can now style. The first one is to style the gallery. So this class name here, just need to copy the class name. Then just below here, you'll need now to add the position to relative. Once you change the position to relative, then you can also have the padding which will be set to 10 pixels. Okay, so we have okay, this is now heading 1. The heading 1 now will have now the color which is purple. Can also set the font size to 42 pixels. Can also set the text align to be at the center. Can also have the margin bottom. The margin bottom will be at set 15 pixels. Okay. The next one, we have styled the heading 1. We'll have now the next one is the class row. Okay, the row now we'll have now this is what. Okay, for this one we'll have a display. The display will be flex. Can also have the flex wrap. Will be wrap. Can also have the text align. Will be at the center. Then justify content at the center also. Amazing. So the next one is to style we have a class name here by the column. This is a column. So this is a column. Then for the column we'll have now the width. Can set the width to auto. Okay, the padding will be set to 8 pixels. Right. Now with that, I just copy this, and then see that this is for the image. We just need to style the image. Okay, sorry. So this is column. Okay. For the image, you just need to set the width. Just need to set the width to have 300 pixels, and then you also have to set the height to 250 pixels. Okay, let's click on refresh here. Click on refresh here. So the images have been added here. You see now, this is them currently, and the image have been added here. We have several images added here. Okay, see now how it appears. Okay, now the next part is to add the about function. So we are just following this. So we are now about. So next one we'll do to contact the last part. Okay, now to add the about, so you just need to go to your HTML part, the HTML part. And then okay, just below this section, we need to add another section. And then this section is about section, so we need to create a class name which is about. You can name it about. Okay, then just in between there, you'll have to add a col1. So this is column 1. This is a class name. Then just copy it to you can just copy it. Okay, in the first call you just need to add just an image. Okay, you can add an image. At this point. The image should be camera, and then so need to add that. Okay, in the second column, we can add some information here. Heading 1. Okay, this is heading 1. Then this is about. Okay, we can add a certain paragraph there. Amazing. So we've added a certain paragraph here. So about. So the next one is to add another link. We'll need now to add a link just below the paragraph here. So we'll have now this is a link. To add the link, you just need to, okay, this is what? Learn more. You can just write it, learn more. Okay. Now with that, you can add a class name here. Which is BTL. Okay, you can just click on refresh. Okay, the information is added here. You have your image, you have certain information here, and the link at this point there. Great. Now we just need now to style this about page or the about part. Okay, now to style it, just need to go back to your CSS file and then start with the about, and then the about will have a position. We'll set the position to relative. You can set also the width. You can set the width to 100%. You can also set the display. To be flex. and also the height will be auto. Then okay, the margin but margin top, you can set the margin top to be 30 pixel. Okay, good. Now the next part, okay, this is about this is about, okay, the next part is to style the call one. Okay, this is call one and this is call two. Okay, great. So you just need to copy this class name here, and then just need to style it just below here, and then we'll have the flex basis. The flex basis will be set now to 40%. We'll also have to set the flex grow, which will be set to 1, and then we'll also have justify content till have a space between. Okay, so let's click on fresh. See now, this is how now it appears now. This is how now it appears. Okay, now we just need to continue, and then we need now to copy the class name here, which is call one. The call one will be the image. The image will be set to the height 75% of the total height. Okay, the width will also be set to 70. The image will be set to width of 70%, and then the margin will be set to 30 pixel. Okay, we can also set the margin of the over when you place your mouse over the image. So this is the over. Then we'll have to transform. Then scale will be 1 and 1. Okay, so let's click on fresh here. Let's click on refresh. So this is how it appears now. So when you place your mouse over this, you can continue and the style now there. This is call 2. Column 2, whereby we'll have the flex basis. The flex basis now will be set. Flex basis will be set to 60%. Okay, it will be set to 60%. Flex draw 1. Justify content space between. Also have test align. It will be as the sender. Okay, we have heading 2. The heading 2 is this one now. Just need to style it. At this point, you can just copy the class name here, then paste it here. This is heading 2. You can have now the color to be purple. the purple, then also have the font size. You can increase the font size to something like 40 pixels. Okay, let's go to our browser, click on refresh, save. Okay, there's a problem here. So this is called tool flex. It's not changed the color yet. Okay, this is heading 2, not heading 1, not heading 2. So let's change this one to heading 1. Okay. Now the next part is to style now the paragraph. You have a paragraph there. Let's copy this, and then this needs to style the paragraph. At this point, you can set the font size of it to 6 or 18 pixel. You can set the padding to be 5 pixel, 30 pixel right and left. We'll also the margin bottom, and also set the margin bottom. I'll set the margin bottom to be 6 pixel. Great. The next one. So we have styled now the. If you click on fresh, you see. Now the next part is to style now this part, or to style the link. Okay, to do that, you just need to go to here. This is called 1, called 2. And then this is the link. Okay. Now the link will have a font size. The font size, which is this is font size, which is 20 pixel. You can also have the border. The border is set to 1 pixel solid. You can also have the margin. Margin is set to 40 pixel. You can also test the text decoration to remove the underlining. Text decoration to be none. Font weight is set to bold. You can also set the color. The color will be set to black. You can also have the border radius. The border radius is set to 30 pixel. Great. We'll also have the padding. Okay, sorry. This is okay. The padding at this point set to 5 pixel. Great. We'll also have the transition. Now when you place a mouse, transition to have a transition which is 0.5 seconds. So like when you place a mouse over it, okay, you can add this, the hovering. When you place a mouse over it, this is now the hovering. Okay, the hover here at this point we'll have to change the background the background color to be this. Okay, then the color will be black. Right, now let's click on fresh. So you see, when you place a mouse here, it changes. Okay, Nice, eh? Now the next part is to add the next section, which is a conduct. We want to add a conduct section. So to do that, you just need to go to your HTML part, and then just below here, we'll need to add another section, which is a contact section. We can call it a section. Okay, we'll call it a section. Sorry, this is section. Okay, then we'll have the class. The class, okay, the class, we can call it conduct. Great. Sorry, this is contact, and then okay. After that, you can add an heading tool. Then you can say that conduct, and then you can also have now another paragraph tag. Now we have this paragraph. Okay. Now the next part is to create the form itself, whereby we'll need now to add it into a class name or a type class, which is contact box. Okay, so we can add a class name there, and then we need now to start with our, okay, you can just write form. So this is form. Okay, then the form here you can give it a class which is details. You can give it a class which is details, and then you just need now to start working on the first part, which is now to create the input field. The input type will be, just give it which is text. Okay, now this is text. Then you'll have the name at this point, which is first name, or just call it, let's call it name. Let's call it name, and then we'll have the placeholder. The placeholder, which is first name. Great. Then we'll also need now to copy this. Okay, you can add some requirement. Okay, the requirement is just to make it like mandatory. It's mandatory, like you fill the field for the form to be submitted. Okay, you can just copy that, and then you just need to copy it into several, just copy it into 4. Okay, the next one is just to change this one to last name. Okay, the other one here we can have, this is an email. Okay, you can just change this one to email. Okay, the placeholder here will be email ID. Okay, email ID. Okay, the next one is to, okay, we can just delete all this. Just delete this. Let's delete this and add a test area. Okay, this is a test area. And you can give it a class which is message. Okay, then you can have a placeholder at this point, a placeholder which is message. Okay, and that just need to copy. Now the last part, or is now to header the button. The button now, the button type is submit, and then you can say here send. sorry, this is set. Okay, with that I just come back. So you just go to your browser and click on refresh. Click on refresh. If you click on refresh now, okay, sorry, so you have your form here. So this is your form. So this is how it appears. Okay, you just need to style it. Do not worry about how it looks. So you just need to style it. To style it down, you just need to go to your CSS. So you just need to copy. First, you need to copy the class name. Here. Okay, we'll then just need to paste it here. Then at this point, you can set the margin. To the top and the bottom, it will be set to 10 pixels, and to the right and the left it will be set to now 30 pixels. Okay, now with that you can also style. The next one is heading 2. Okay, this is, you copy the class name, then style the heading 2. Okay, this is heading 2. Okay, the heading 2 will have a font size. The font size, which is 40 pixel. Can have the color, which is purple. You can also have margin bottom. This set to 10 pixel. Just you can set it to 8 pixel. Great. Now the next part is to style now the paragraph. Oh, not really the contact. Can just continue. Can just leave the paragraph to be just by default. Just is to be by the default. So you can just copy the class name here, which is contact box. Okay, you can just paste it here. Okay. You can set the margin. You can set the margin to 10 pixel 0. You can also have the border. You can set the border to 1 pixel solid, transparent, and also you can also set the width. You can set the width to 400 pixel. You can also set the height. Okay, sorry, this is height. This is height. You can set the height to how tall should be. You can also set the border radius. To be 10 pixel. Now we just need now to copy the class name here, which is now the details. And for the detail, we will need now to style the input field. Just need to style the input field. Okay, let's style the input. We'll also have to set the padding. You can set the padding to 8 pixel to the top and bottom, and then 15 pixel to the right and left. Okay, we'll have the width. You can set the width to be 95% of the total width. Okay, okay, now this is a width is set to that, and then we'll also set the margin. The margin is set to 10 pixel. border is set to 1 pixel solid, and then we'll have this color. Great. Now we'll also have to set the border radius. Border radius is set to 8 pixels. Okay, great. Now I just click on refresh and see how it appears. So you see the input field here have been set to 1. Okay, now that's how it appears. Okay, you just need to continue, and we'll have now to copy all this. Just need to copy all this, and then for this we just need to change this one to a test area. Can change this one to test area. This is test area. Okay, now the padding for the test area will be changed to 20 pixel. Then the top and the bottom, and 8 pixel to the right, and now the width will be the same, the margin will be the same, and then the border radius will be set to it. Okay, it's the same. Okay, the next part is to style now the button here. So the button here. Okay, for the button you can just, this is what, copy the class name here, then copy the class name here, and then you paste it there for the button. Now the button padding 5 pixel, 15 pixel to the, okay, this is 5 pixel, 15 pixel. Then also we'll have to set the margin. The margin will be set to 10 pixel. Also have to set the background color. The background color will be set to okay. Then the color will be set to black. Yeah? Okay. You can also have the border radius. Which is set to 30 pixels. You can also have the cursor. Cursor is pointer. Also have the border. This is border, which is set to 1 pixel solid. You can also have the font size. The font size is set to 20 pixels. Great. Okay. So you can place, or when you place a mouse via the button, how should it appear? So this is more button offering. So you can change this one is now, okay, sorry, this is now, okay, the background. So it will only change the background. The background will change to white. Okay, now let's click on fresh. See now, this is how it appears. So when you place your mouse here, the background changes, and then you can enter your details here, you can enter your details here, you can enter your details there, and then type. So when you click on send, you see now the information is displayed in your URL here. Okay, now now we are done with the contact page. We are just on our last part. The last part is to style now, to enter to insert the footer. Okay, now for the footer we'll have now to get to our HTML. Just below here we'll have now to add footer. We'll say that this is what this is. Okay, sorry, this is footer. Okay, for the footer we'll have to add first call of the footer footer call. You can call it footer call 1. Okay, sorry for that. And then let's just copy this one. You can just copy this into 2. You can just copy this into 2 calls. So this one will duplicate it. Okay. In our first call, in between you learn now to add. We'll need now to add an image. We'll need now to add an image, and the image is just our logo. It's just our logo, and then for the image, this is just image. Okay, sorry. This is okay. It will be my logo. It will be my logo. Okay, you can just like that, and then okay, this is heading 2. Then you can call it maybe photography. So yeah, I can just set into here. Can just copy it there. Great. Now the next one is to add a certain paragraph at this point. Great. We have added some paragraph here. This is your paragraph now. Now the next part, or in the call to. So we've said that this is call to. Okay, in between the call to, we'll have now to add some. This is heading 5. For the heading 5, it will be just a tell. So okay, this is now okay. You can have under your number here. This okay. This great. Now the next part is to add a certain link. You can just add a certain link here. Just okay. You can just copy it into 2. You can just copy it into 2. The first one is just terms and condition. Terms and condition. The next one is no. You need the help. Great. And then the last part is to add some the copyright on all that. So for this, just you'll need now to add a certain paragraph. You need to add a paragraph tag, and then you can write photography, and then to add the copyright sign of the sideboard is 169, and that, and then you need to write now all right reserved. Okay, now that's all. Okay, let's go to our browser and refresh and see. So you click here on the refresh. See, now this is how it appears. You have your image, you have your heading here, you have certain information here. Okay, now we can just do this. So you go back to your, and then we'll start with the footer, then continue to call 1 and all that. So let's first start the footer, the general footer now. The footer now will have, okay, for the footer, it will have a width. It will have a width which is 100%. It will have a width which is 100%. You also need to set the height to auto. can also set the background color to be black. You can set the background color to be black. You also need to set the bottom. You can set the bottom to be 0. Then you can set the position to be relative. You can have the display. You can have the display which is flex. It will be displayed in form of a flex, and then justify content. Now it will be have a space between. Okay. Now the next part is to style now the first class name, which is now the col1. Okay, you could just copy that and then just need to go back here, footer col1, and then you paste it. Okay. Now for this one, it will have a padding. Which is 10 pixel, 30 pixel. Can have the color. The color will be white. Okay, the color will be white. Then for the flex basis, it will be 43%. Okay. Now, we can add the flex swap at this point. Flex swap can have this is swap. Okay, nice. Now for the next part is to style now the footer code. So you can just copy this class name. You can just copy the class name here, and then for the image, is which is a logo. Okay, it will have a height. You can set the height to be 100 pixel. You can set the height to be, you can set the width. You can set the width to 130 pixel. Great. You can set the margin button to be 10 pixel. Okay, the next one is to style now the heading 2. So the heading 2, it will be a color. It will change the color to be this color. Okay. Now the next one is to set the font size. To be 30 pixel. Font weight to be bold. Correct. And then we'll have this is what? Margin button. It will be set to 10 pixel. Right. Now we have let's refresh and see. This is now our now information. This is now the logo and the paragraph 1 at this point. Okay, this problem with the website. Okay. Okay, let's go back at this point. So this is footer, that's why it has not inserted. So this is footer, not a class name, just a footer. Okay, let's go back here and click refresh. Okay. You see now the background has changed and all that, and all the setting has been changed. Now we just need to style the paragraph. The paragraph now at this point, the col1 paragraph. This is col1 paragraph, and then it will have text just align, it will be left. Okay, font weight or font size, it will be set to 17 pixel. Also have to set the margin bottom will be set to 10 pixel. Great. Now we just need to go back, or we just need to continue with now the second class name, which is now then this is now the padding. We need now to set the padding to the top, and the bottom is 15 pixel, 30 pixel to the left and right. We have certain links here, so you just need to copy, or you need to style them. So for the links now, we'll have now the color. The color will be set to white. You can set the color to white. Great. And then we'll also test decoration. You can set it to none. And then we can also have the font size. Font size is set to 18 pixel. Then we'll also have the cursor. This is the cursor. The cursor will be pointer. Right. Okay. Can click on refresh. Okay, you see now the way they are appearing. Okay. Let's go back here, so we can separate them by inserting now. Okay. Okay. So that will appear in the next line. Okay, so you can just copy this when you place a mouse over them. So you can just copy this, and then this is over. Okay, this is over it. When you place a mouse, the color changes to, you can say that the color changes to purple. Great. Now the other one is just need to copy. We have this is now there. We have the heading 5 and also the paragraph here. So you can just come here and then copy the class name. Class name is called 2. You can have now, this is what? This is paragraph, and also heading 5. Okay. To have a font size, the same font size, which is 16 pixel. Okay. Then a color. The color. Okay, will be this color. Great. Now with that, just need to click on refresh here. See. Okay, just refresh and see. When you place a mouse, the color changes. Okay, this is now our footer. We have our contact here. We'll also have our about page here, and we'll also have this is a gallery, this is my blogs, and then this is the top page. Okay, now we just need now to make it, when you click on this blog, it takes you to the blog section. Okay, so to do that, and also when you click on this, it takes you to the gallery, about, and also the contact. To do that, you just need to go to your HTML part. Then this point, if we just need now to display the contact, so you need now to add an ID here, calling it contact. This is a contact page. Okay, so this is an ID. So you copy this ID and then you take it to where we have now. This is now our menu. At this point, the contact here, you just add it with that and then like that. Okay. So now the next one is to, if you want it to display the gallery, just need all the my blogs. You have an ID here. Just need to take it to where we have blogs here and copy it there. Then for the gallery, so we have where we have our gallery. Okay, this is our gallery. You can hide an ID there and say that my gallery. Okay, you can just copy this, the class name here, and then to where you have your, at the top here, where you have your gallery, you just paste it there. Okay, the next one is about, the about part, the about. So okay, we have now, this is now about. At this point now, we just need to add an ID. We just need to add an ID here. Then this is about page. So let's call it about page. Then you just need to copy this, and then just here where we have about, you just need to paste it there. Okay, now let's click on fresh. Let's click on fresh. Okay, if we just need to navigate to where we have contact, you click here, it takes you to the contact. If you click on about, it takes you to about page. If you click gallery, it takes you to where you have. Then if you click blog, it takes you to our blogs. So that's how you add it. So if you click here, it takes you to the contact, it takes you to the contact part, whereby you can fill out your details and all that. Great. Now, okay, now we have this, so it looks nicer. Now our website looks nicer. We just need now, like, we just need to inspect and see how it appears on a small screen. So if you click on inspect, you see now it looks bad, especially on this part. So let's click on this is now okay. You see how it appears here, the about us page. It looks bad. Okay, now to start this, you just need to go back to your CSS part, and then you need now to add some media. Then for the media, you'll have the max width. The max width. Let's set it to 767 pixel. Okay, so this is a colon, not semicolon. Okay, then at this point, just need to set the about. So about part. Okay, this is about. Then flex direction. And set the flex direction to be column. Good. So you can go back and click on fresh. You see now how it appears. Now it has changed the alignment. You see the image appears above and the information just below. So the next one is the contact, the contact part. For the contact, you can just go back to your CSS, and then just need just below here can add contact box. Contact box is a class name where your form is contained. The contact box will have a width, which is 300 pixels. Then the test line to have a test line which is center. You can also style the details input, the input field there. Okay, copy this, and then it will be the same as for the for the test area. Okay, for this it will have a width which is set to, now it will be set to 80%. Okay, and also for the contact, can have set the contact now to have 10 pixel auto. Sorry, this is margin set to 10 pixel auto. Okay, so if you click on refresh, see now okay, you can just style them. Why is it not changing? So okay, let's see the problem why it is in our CSS part. So you have details, you have about. Okay, this is not contact, it's contact box. Okay, sorry for that. So you just need to come back and click on refresh. Okay, now you see now the form appears nice on a small screen. See now it appears nice on a small screen. Okay, you can enter your details there. Enter your type of message and click on send. Okay, this is now how it appears on a small screen. So I hope with that you have learned something on this video, in today's video. Thank you for watching, and remember to subscribe, like, and share. And still we are doing our project, and next we'll do a wedding planner web design, and then we're still doing more projects on the same. And for those who are learning web development, wishing you a happy coding. And now for whole courses and various languages with frameworks and libraries, either with the exercises and the project, you can visit our website at learntechphilo.com, and then you'll learn more about this. Okay, thank you. Let's meet in the next video.